The last time I was in a video, I said, goodbye Jump Joust 2, I love you, and hopefully we'll revisit you again someday, but for now we have a new thing to do. So you have to play Jump Joust Jam, releasing tomorrow, and you gotta check it out! I was showing my excitement for Jump Joust Jam, Uruguayan game developer ARF Studios' newest 2D fighter, and their unique design pioneered in the first Jump Joust game back in 2017. ARF has had 6 years to refine the Joust-like gameplay, and with their 5th and newest game, I can say to you, holy it's their best yet!
It was at this moment he knew. He f***ed up.
So this video is going to be explaining why you should play Jump Joust Jam. So the only reason I'm doing this is because originally this video was supposed to be a first week review, but the game's been out for over a month, and I got really busy after that first week. So I scrapped the video. But then I saw Rod F, ARF developer, tweet this, and it blew up. So I decided, you know what, I'll make a video instead explaining why you should just play the game. Because this game's amazing, and I think the scene needs a bit more life, because I think the game deserves it, and I think ARF has been working their butts off for a good reason. So we'll start off by explaining some of the main exciting parts about the game, just like visually and aesthetically, and then we'll go into kind of the gameplay for people that really want to sink their teeth and lose themselves in the mechanics of the game, and then finally we'll go over what's happening after, reasons outside of the game to be excited. Well, kind of inside, but we'll get into that later. Without further ado, I present to you why you should play Jump Joust Jam. Alright, so let's start with the appeal. So if I was to give an elevator pitch for Jump Joust Jam, I would say it is a browser 2D tag fighter with assists, that is a crossover between multiple Cartoon Network IPs, such as Adventure Time, Teen Titans Go, and more. The thing that's awesome about this is that it allows for different groups of people to come in. Like, for example, I didn't grow up with Cartoon Network, but I remember watching a lot of Looney Tunes when I was younger on YouTube. And I also am just a big fan of DC, so Bugs Bunny and the Teen Titans really pulled me in. But the great thing about it is it pulled me into other shows, like Villainous, because the 505 announcement was sick. And Villainous is a great show. I recommend all of you watch it. It's a little unknown. It's kind of underground in a sense, but it's a really good watch. And that's the thing that's great about this, because it allows you to kind of experience new things, just like how so many Smash players were shown Fire Emblem through Smash. And these characters feel like they should. Like, they are designed in a way that makes you realize, yeah, this is Bugs Bunny. Yeah, this is Robin. Yeah, this is Finn from Adventure Time. Like, these characters are well designed, so it really makes playing them gratifying, because you're like, yeah, I get to control a character I've always loved from my childhood, or even now. Because, you know, no matter how old we get, we can always come back to those old shows and enjoy them the same, just as when we were younger, if not even more. So that's the reason appeal for this game is so high. Alright, so now that we're done with the appeal, let's discuss the mechanics. Alright, it's like 12:30, and I have to finish this video tonight, and I'm only at the mechanics part. Why am I adding this? Because it makes the video funnier. Alright, so mechanics. So, as I said earlier, Jump Joust Jam is a tag fighting game. So, what does that mean? Well, a tag fighting game is a 2v2 fighting game which allows you to switch between two characters on a whim. So, a couple of different games that are like this are like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Tekken Tag Tournament, even though that game's complicated because it's 3D. We're dealing with 2D. Now, another thing about tag games is that they're usually assists. So in this case, assists are a separate selection. They aren't from the same roster of characters. So the way it works is before you start a match, you select 2 characters and then 1 assist. At the time you're recording this, there are 4 assists, that being BMO, Banana Joe, Yosemite Sam, and Penumbra. And they all service different types of playstyle, which makes them great. I love them all. The reason I love the assists in this game is because they add an extra layer of depth. So the interesting thing about Jump Joust 1 and especially 2 is that they're very simple games. However, there are a lot of smaller interactions that make the game more complex. So like it's honing, you're honing your skills. However, in Jump Joust Jam, there's a lot more to learn because there's a lot more that can happen. You have 2 separate characters that you can sub in, sub out, and an assist that is always on a timer. This makes the matches much more interesting because you have a lot more to think about as the player. Being like, okay, well I have to watch out for their assist cooldown, and I have to watch out for their meter, and I have to watch out for their other character in case they wish to switch them in, right? So it makes the game more dynamic in that sense, which is why I personally love assists and just the tag mechanic in general, because it makes the game way more interesting. Now that we're actually in a match outside of character select, we have to discuss meter. So the way meter works is that each bar is filled with 5 little globs, as we like to call them, and there are 5 bars of meter which you can fill in total. So the interesting thing about this is every time you hit somebody, you get 3 globs, and whenever you get hit, you get 2 globs. So this promotes a more aggressive playstyle, as people that are being more aggressive are in the end getting more meter. And the way you can spend it is 1 bar of meter can special, and then 4 bars of meter can super. Supers do 3 damage, except for Bugs, who does 2 but stuns, and specials do 1 damage. Now you might be thinking, this is very simple, and that's the point. Jump Joust Jam is a simple game. Even though I do discuss depth, the game itself is simple. The mechanics are meant to be very easy to get into, very pick up and play. The game doesn't have traditional walking. Every movement is a jump. You can either jump forward or jump backwards, and you can only do 2 or 3 moves while you're in that position. The game is meant to be simple, and that's what I love about it, because it has depth in other ways. For example, I am not a input guy. I am very neutral based, and I think this game really services that type of crave for me. And also it's free because I'm cheap, and also it has a really good community because I like being social. So those are the things that I personally appreciate about the way this game is designed. Sorry. Yeah, but again, like the important part is that there are other ways in which the game is deep. Like, as I said, neutral. Jumping in itself, and I want to make a longer video about this, but jumping in itself is such a strong commitment. Jump Joust teaches you about commitments in video games so well, and it really not dumbs down, but it really simplifies the way to look at scenarios. And because of that, it actually helps you learn a lot about other fighting games and how to play those. Like, I feel like me playing Jump Joust actually makes me better at other fighting games, because just my neutral gets better and stuff like that. And I think Jump Joust Jam is even better about it because there's those extra hints of extra spices, those extra things to make it more interesting. So yeah, I've gone through the appeal and I've gone through the mechanics of the game, so you might be excited to play. But you want this to be more than just a game you sink your teeth into for like a week and then leave. So what is there to expect? Monthly updates from the ARF devs, maybe more or less frequent depending on their schedule. They're very busy people, as I can tell. But yeah, we get new characters, new assists, and new stages. This is all great because it's actually okay by the Cartoon Network devs as well, which is awesome, or the people behind the website itself. And more than just that, it's a great community. And you really get to come in and just vibe with us in the Discord server, which I recommend all of you guys go check out if you do want to play this game at all, or even just like window shopping, because maybe we can convince you to play. We're a great community. We have weeklies every Monday at 7 p.m. EST called Jam Arena. I'm a commentator personally, but I also like to chill around in the server because I run it. It's a responsibility more than you'd expect because we're all so great. And I always want to make sure the server is the best it can be. So yeah, those are the things you can expect. You can expect more balance updates, you can expect more weeklies, and you can expect a great community. Alright, and that's that. It is 2 a.m. I'm very tired, but I still have to edit a little more. But it's fine, because I love doing it. And I'm doing this because I really want people to get into the game. So I hope my words have inspired you guys to check it out for yourselves. Remember, the Discord link is the best place to start, and we also have a Twitter. I am Mal, the lead commentator for Jump Joust Jam, and I hope you guys like and subscribe, and all of that other stuff. Yeah, hit the bell. That's the big one, right? And we hopefully will see you on the Discord server in another video, whatever it is. I hope you guys all have a great day.